Thanks. We continue to track breaking news. A total of 6 people died in the city of Toledo because of violence over the holiday weekend.
Let's break down everything we know so far. The string of homicides started Friday morning when Marcus White was stabbed and killed.
25-year-old Paris Johnson has been arrested and charged with murder. Then later Friday afternoon, 17-year-old Jason Bennett was shot and killed on Baden. As of today, police arrested 3 suspects, aged 17, 14, and 13 in that case.
On Saturday morning, 2 20-year-olds, Salvador Ruiz and Amir Thomas Clare, were shot in East Toledo within minutes and blocks of one another.
And then Christopher Bourne and Stefan Garrett, they were killed in a shooting outside Agenda Sports Bar and Grill. That's on Matzinger Road. That happened Sunday morning. No word on any suspects in either of those cases. Sophia Pericone, she had a chance to speak with city leaders about the violence over the weekend. She joins us now. Sophia, how do they hope to address this violent crime?
Well, Jeff, city council members I spoke to say this all starts with accountability. At-large council member Sir Sandra McPherson said that includes adults recognizing when they need help if they're feeling angry or violent, to parents holding their kids accountable starting at a young age. The victims in this weekend's homicide range from 17 to 37 years old. While there are plenty of summer youth programs in the city to keep kids busy, McPherson said it's time to start targeting older teens and young adults to stop what happened this past weekend.
It's going to be difficult. I was an educator and I was in high school. You can have conversations with high school kids. So, and you sometimes see the light bulb go off too. So with that, we got to have more conversations. And we've got to challenge them a little more, and we've got to be a little more stricter on them. I believe so. And I believe we can turn it around.
Now, the mayor released a statement over the weekend saying that the city is grieving and that police are working around the clock. You can find that full statement on our website. We tried speaking with Mayor Kapsakavich today. The city said they will stick by the statement they sent out over the weekend and denied further comment. The mayor was not at an event he was set to be at earlier today, so we could not speak to him there either. Live in downtown Toledo, Sophia Pericone, WTOL 11.
All right, thanks, Sophia. In light of this weekend's recent string of violence, we spoke with mayoral candidate Roberto Torres. He called these incidents senseless acts of violence and said that his heart goes out to the Toledoans and families impacted. He told us what he thinks will help reduce the amount of violence in the city.
And what we need to do is we need to have more boots on the ground, an initiative that has community policing in full force. So we need to have communities where the police officers are engaged with the residents, where they're not only responding to tragedies, but they're there on a day-to-day activity, letting people know that they're present.
Torres believes the city needs to bring back programs like Block Watch. Toledo police officials say they will have more officers in the community and will continue to investigate these different cases. Megan Harnett joins us live tonight. Megan, you spoke with the Toledo Police Assistant Chief. What did he have to say about this past weekend?
Toledo police say that they expect to get a lot of calls throughout the holiday weekend, but this year it was unusually busy. Assistant Chief Kevin Braun says this was a violent weekend by the department's standards. Almost 29% of Toledo's homicides this year happened over this weekend. Braun says looking back, he does not think there was anything police could have done differently. He says the department's criminal intelligence section used historical crime data and information about events happening to determine where to send units, and he says staffing levels were elevated throughout the whole weekend. Braun says it's hard to pinpoint what causes outbreaks of violence like the one seen over the weekend.
Depending on who you talk to, some people will say, well, it's really hot out. People are hot and they're agitated, or it's 4th of July weekend, and 4th of July weekend's always busy. But to have a weekend like we've just had, I don't think that you can put your finger on exactly what causes that type of activity, what causes it to flare up in the way that it did over the last 2 to 3 days.
Braun says all of the cases are early into their investigations, but as of right now, none of them appear to be connected. He says right now the department needs the community's support and cooperation. Reporting in East Toledo, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.
These are developing situations that we will continue to follow. For more coverage on these events, you can head to WTOL.com or download our free news app.